Now, Sri Lanka is wrestling with the crisis of its own making, reeling under the worst financial crisis in over 7 decades. The country is seeking to secure around $5 billion in funding this year. The financing will cover repayments for fuel imports and other items brought through credit lines. In the wake of severe foreign exchange shortage, Colombo will also need another $1 billion to bolster its foreign reserves. In April, Sri Lanka's foreign exchange reserves stood at $1.81 billion. The crunch has left it struggling to pay for essential imports, including food, fuel, fertilizer, medicines. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has raised taxes to shore up government revenues. He also plans to cut expenditure sharply in an interim budget, which will be presented within weeks. As part of its rescue plan, Sri Lanka is also negotiating a bailout package with the International Monetary Fund. If agreed upon, the package would enable at least a $3 billion borrowing via IMF's extended fund facility. The Prime Minister is hopeful that negotiations would conclude by the end of the month. The Sri Lankan government expects another round of technical talks with the IMF this month. Now, it's also important to note here that the country is seeking new funding even as it defaulted on its $51 billion external debt this year. So far, Sri Lanka has received 2 credit lines from India. The credit facilities worth $1.5 billion were used for fuel and essential imports. The 2 neighbors are also in talks for another $500 million credit line to fund fuel imports. Sri Lanka is also asking other countries to help, including Japan. Because of the foreign exchange crisis, the country is also facing acute shortage of fuel, food, medicines. And in order to discourage imports and preserve foreign currency reserves, cash-strapped Sri Lanka has already raised tariffs on a wide range of goods. Luxury items like wine, cheese are the key targets. Duty on chocolates has been raised by 200%. Additional levies have also been applied to imported fruit, while duties on all alcoholic drinks and on electronic appliances have been doubled. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.